you know, Paul and Shaw were both in on that screw job if it wasn't a work, and
Yeah.
that would be very see people weren't there then. Bret was our guy. Like when Hogan left, man, Bret was our he was the guy that kind of carried the company until Vince could kind of put the pieces in place. But like Bret was super over, and he was he was a good champion. Would sign out. We'd get on. We'd be drunk before the bus left the building in Europe because he'd go out there and sign every fucking fans program, and he was a good champion. So Bret's always going to be misunderstood because Bret took it as a business, but he also loved it. It was his family's. It was a passion in his family. Like he comes from a different, almost
different angle because he
almost like a 180 from where I came from.
Right.
I didn't appreciate the business until I got in the business. Then I realized, holy fuck. Doing this and making it look like you kill somebody and not touching them is an art form. And Bret would snug you at times, but Bret would never hurt you. Bret would never fucking hurt you.
No one would dispute Bret was an amazing worker as a
great
talent.
And he was great. He was great when he was fucking 18 years old in fucking Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
You watch his early matches. He was a natural. He was great. He was and he could have had another 5 years had he not gotten injured.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think more than anything for Bret, I think that Bret did get a chance to fucking leave something he loved.
Probably more than that.
On his fucking and his wishes. Everybody else, you know what I mean? Like he didn't get to say I've had enough, and this is how I'm going to go out. He didn't get his farewell tour. He just got fucking kicked in the head. And I don't think Bill did it with malice. Bill.
I say he said I think he would have had another 6 because Bret was what was that 99 or 2000. So Bret was I guess probably in the 40s. Yeah. And yeah, like I said I said this in 2 or 3 videos. Bret, we would have seen Bret in probably if that didn't happen, wrestling in the early 2000s, you would have seen Bret and Michaels again. I don't know if we would have seen Bret and Stone Cold again, but we would have seen Bret and Michaels again. We've seen Bret and Kurt Angle. Somebody else I'm forgetting. Probably would have seen Bret and Cena, and Bret would have really he would have embarrassed him out there. He would have. It would have been disgusting. He would have wrestled that man to the floor. Shoot. Yeah, but he probably would have been around to probably I would say like 08 or 09. He would have had several more years. That would have been something. See, that would have been something seeing Bret and Michaels again, and then seeing Bret and Kurt, because Kurt was already there in 2000. He was he was I think this is before he shaved the head. Like when he shaved the head, I don't know what it was. It was like Kurt got more meaner. I don't know what it was, but yeah. But still, we would have seen that. I don't know if we would have seen the Stone Cold again, but yeah, that would have been something. Might even seen a Bret and The Rock. I don't know.
Kicked a lot of us. I was just lucky enough to be 7 feet tall, and fucking by the time that fucking foot reached me, I could fucking. It was the impact wasn't, but you You watch that War Games and he kicks me along those ropes. I come in and he puts a thrust kick right in the side of my head. That ain't no fucking work. The way I go down, you can tell that's a like a fucking rock. But
with Bret's background, like you mentioned, and him having been the son of Stu and understanding the business it was a family business, it always baffled me that he couldn't understand that when your promoter says, you can go, I need my belt back, that you don't say no. Never got that.
he just didn't want to drop it in fucking Canada.
Yeah, well, the problem is that was Sunday night, and Monday he could have been on WCW with it. So tonight's got to be the night, Bret. Sorry you don't want to do it.
But there's also, I mean, you're going to tell me that you couldn't fucking put a non-disclosure clause together? That if he fucking doesn't drop it at the next shot that's in the States, that he agrees to a $2 million fine?
Yeah,
You gonna carry the belt to the other fucking territory then?
you know, all the years I've talked about this with him, nobody ever brought that up. That's very
No, because fucking God forbid if you treat the business like a business.
like a business.
The government is banning this $39 electric light.
Yeah, so, and let me see, this clip is probably over with. Wait a minute, let me
Next
see.
month, and this is your last shot to get the original high-powered version. There's a new.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I don't think Bret was gonna take the belt home take the belt to W because they were scared about that Medusa thing. With the screwing thing, that'll make you think about it. Now imagine if Bret threw the belt in the garbage. I don't think he would have did that, but that screwing thing was dirty. You watching that doc about Bret. You know, his wife at the time was hot. He was pissed. Yeah, that was sickening, boy. And then I'll never forget that stayed in your head for 20-something years. Bret screwed Bret. No, like Foley says, they Vince screwed Bret. But that was in your head for 25 years. Bret screwed Bret. How about that? I think back then, because even if Bret left the belt backstage and didn't take it with him, back then, imagine that. I don't think they had the replica belts like early 2000s. And he had the replica belt and threw it in the trash. I still don't think he would did that. But that's worried about screwing the man. That was dirty. I mean, he had it rough. Okay, first the screwing thing, and then a couple years later, the thing with Owen. I was like, that's making it even worse. It was like, I'm surprised Bret came back at all. Shoot, because some folks would have said the hell with this shit and would have been done. Period. And so yeah, that's. So but yeah, that's. He say get over that mess and the kick to the head and all that. Now he said he has a damn right to be frustrated. He said because that mess bothered him. Instead could have wrestled several more years, but he's pissed off. Let him stay pissed off. He has a right to be frustrated, and just like it or not.